Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another ultimate comparison by PureCast9. In today's episode, the boAt Stone Grenade is going head to head with the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini. Now this is going to be a really fair and interesting comparison because both have a lot of similarities and a bit of differences. So I'm not going to get into too much of detail between what the specs are, rather the chart you're seeing right now. This basically summarizes what the similarities and the differences are between these two speakers. So if you want to have a good look, you can pause the video now, jot down your points. Got it? Alright. So now I'm going to get into the sound test. I'm going to play the same two tracks from both of these speakers. You guys listen, form your judgment, and once we are done, I'm going to come back and give you my verdict on how they sounded in person, how they sounded in my testing, in which frequencies they outperform one another or whether they're really similar, and ultimately which one you should get. So let's get straight into the sound test.
While you and me repeat, this bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
So there you have it guys, that was the sound test between the boAt Stone Grenade and the Tagg Sonic Angle 1. I hope that gave you a good idea because for me it was really difficult to make it fair. Alright, so let me dissect how they produce the sound. I don't just say it's good sound or bad sound, I categorize them into the highs, the mids and the lows. These are the three frequencies that make up any sound that you hear. So let's talk about how these two speakers produce each of these frequencies. Starting off with the boAt Stone Grenade, the highs were very clear, very crisp, very audible, and maintained good separation from the mids and the lows. But it's not to say that it doesn't come with its setbacks, because at 100% volume, there is just that bit of distortion and crackling at the beginning of songs. But as soon as you lower the volume, keep it to around 80 to 85%, that distortion more or less vanishes and you get very nice quality highs. Now, one thing I've noticed is that compared to the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini, which also produces very sharp, very crisp and audible highs with good separation from the mids and lows, I found that the boAt Stone Grenade gives more emphasis to the highs compared to the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini. So now it's up to kind of your personal preference because both sound good, both have good clarity, but if you want that extra bit of sharpness in the higher frequencies, the boAt Stone Grenade gives you that. But if you want something a little less over sharpened, the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini is your choice. Now moving to the mids where the vocals lie, This was kind of tricky because the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini produces vocals which sound a bit more powerful, but the vocals or the mids don't sound as bright as they do on the boAt Stone Grenade. The boAt Stone Grenade once again kind of overemphasizes the vocals. They sound a bit more sharp, they sound a bit more artificially tuned to sound more separate from the highs and the lows. So if you ask me, for prolonged listening sessions, I would choose the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini because to me it sounded a bit more natural, and I think the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini, in my opinion, had a bit more body, sounded more fuller compared to the boAt Stone Grenade. Now mind you, both sound excellent in terms of audio quality. So the mids sound really good on both, but at max volume, both do suffer from a bit of crackling. Again, reduce that to 80% the volume and that distortion vanishes. So again, it comes down to your personal choice. If you want a more full-bodied sound, which sounds a bit more natural, go for the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini. But if you want that extra crispness and clarity, go for the boAt Stone Grenade. Now coming to the bass, again this gets tricky because both have punchy bass. Now in terms of design, there's a difference because the boAt Stone Grenade has the bass radiator on one side and the speaker driver on the other side. As for the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini, it's got the speaker driver in the front and the bass radiator at the bottom. So basically, when you sit the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini down on a surface, because the bass is so punchy and it's powerful, the bass radiator is quite powerful on the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini, it moves about a lot, especially on max volume. So that kind of adds to a bit of distortion because if it moves about, it's vibrating, so it sounds as if the bass is a bit muffled. But if you hold it down, you'll know that the bass is quite punchy for a speaker of its size and there is actually no distortion. Now for the boAt Stone Grenade, it does not move about because of that more, I would say, intelligent design choice in terms of placing the bass radiator on the side. But it gets tricky because certain tracks, I felt like the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini had more punchy bass, and on certain tracks they sounded equal. Like the boAt Stone Grenade and the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini sounded equal in terms of bass. But more often than not, I would find that the Tagg Sonic Angle Mini just has that edge in terms of bass. At times it sounded a bit more punchy than the boAt Stone Grenade. But both being 5-watt speakers, keeping that in mind, they have ample punchy bass. Either way, you can't go wrong. So both being ultra portable speakers, both are great. They have their differences and similarities. So based on what your use is or what you really need, you should choose. In terms of sound, you can't go wrong with either. That is, well, my opinion. So the links to both of these are in the description below. I would really appreciate that if you do decide to buy either or both, please use the links given below. It will help me run this channel and I can produce more and more content just for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit like on the way out, subscribe to PR Cast Time, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.